Om Agyanatmanandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shigaro Shiyuta Parakamalam Shigaram Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vasakans Vitam Scha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchena Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishubhanu Sudha Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranitinanda Shadwaiti Gadadhar Shivastadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 10. The Deliverance of the Yamala Arjuna Trees, text number 26, with no purport. Having thus spoken, Krishna soon entered between the two Arjuna trees, and thus the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and stuck between them. By dragging behind him with great force the wooden mortar tied to his belly, the boy Krishna uprooted the two trees. By the great strength of the Supreme Person, the two trees, with their trunks, leaves, and branches, trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. Purport. This is the pastime of Krishna known as Damodar Leela. Therefore another of Krishna's names is Damodar, as stated in the Harivamsa. Satenaiva namna tu Krishna vai Dhamma bandhanat Goshte Damodara iti gopibi parigiyate. Text 28. Thereafter, in that very place where the two Arjuna trees had fallen, two great perfect personalities who appeared like fire personified came out of the two trees. The effulgence of their beauty illuminating all directions, with bowed heads they offered obeisances to Krishna, and with folded hands they spoke the following words. Krishna, Krishna, Mahayogims. I guess we can read that one. Tvam Adya Purusha Para Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishvam Rupam Te Brahmana Vidu Krishna, Krishna, Mahayogims Tvam Adya Purusha Para Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishvam Rupam Te Brahmana Vidu. Krishna, Krishna, Mahayogim. avyaktam idam vishvam rupam te brahmana vidu. Ladies. Yakta vyaktamidam vishvam rupam te brahmana vidu. Krishna, Krishna, O Lord Krishna, O Lord Krishna. Mahayogims, O Master of Mysticism. Tvam, you, the exalted personality. Adya, the root cause of everything. Purusha, the Supreme Person. Paraha, beyond this material creation. Vyakta avyaktam, this material cosmic manifestation, consisting of cause and effect, or gross and subtle forms. Idam, this, Vishvam, the whole world. Rupam, form. Te, your. Brahmana, learned brahmanas. Vidu, no. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are the supreme, original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote. And you are beyond this material creation. Learned brahmanas know, on the basis of the Vedic statement, Sarvam Kal Vidam Brahma, that you are everything and that this cosmic manifestation, in its gross and subtle aspects, is your form. Purport, the two demigods, Nala Kuvara and Manigriva, because of their continuing memory, could understand the supremacy of Lord Krishna by the grace of Narada. Now they admit it. That we should be delivered by the blessings of Narada was all your plan. Therefore you are the supreme mystic. Everything past, present, future is known to you. Your plan was made so nicely that although we stayed here as twin Arjuna trees, you have appeared as a small boy to deliver us. This is all your inconceivable arrangement, because you're the Supreme Person, you can do everything. Krishna, Krishna Mahayogims, Tvam Adya Purusha Para, Vyakta Vyaktam Vidam Vishvam, Rupam Te Brahmana Vidu. O Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are the supreme, original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote, and you are beyond this material creation. Learned Brahmins know, on the basis of the Vedic statement, Sarvam Kal Vidam Brahma, that you are everything, and that this cosmic manifestation, in its gross and subtle aspects, is your form. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Taramane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vicharne Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskatya De Satarne. Ishvara Parama Krishnaha Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karna Karna. The Krishna is the cause of everything. So then we may wonder, then if Krishna is the cause of everything, then why should I do anything? After all, he's doing everything, so why don't I just take rest all day and let him do what he's going to do? because he doesn't really depend on me. He's going to do everything anyhow. So actually, as Krishna tells Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, Kalos Milo Kashe, well, Arjuna was asking that, my dear Krishna, that what is this form of yours, this Ugra Rupa, this horrible manifestation? So Krishna tells Arjuna, Kalos Milo Kashe Krit Pravrido, Lokansamaharta Miha Pravitak, Itevi Tvam Nabha Vishanti Sarve, Evastita Pratyuyeshu Yoda. That time I am the destroyer of all the worlds, and I've come to engage everyone is going to be engaged, except to the Pandavas, everyone here on both sides is going to be slain. So we happen to be in the pastime of Krishna right now, called Kala, time. And the pastime is Krishna is going to kill all of us. Therefore, it should be understood that Krishna is the number one terrorist. Because Krishna is the number one of everything, why shouldn't he be the number one terrorist also? But he's trying to terrorize us, not for the sake of his own satisfaction that he's made everyone scared. You don't love me, I don't love you either. Suffer. No, please, no. No, Krishna is doing it for our benefit. In other words, if we're living an eternal life of illusion, someone should try to wake us up. In the 10th canto of the srimad-bhagavatam, actually, no, I don't know if it's, maybe it's the 11th canto, it's described that Krishna had a maidservant, and the maidservant was sleeping, so he started to shake the maidservant to try to wake her up, so they could be happy together. So we're that maidservant, we're asleep, and the material nature is trying to shake us, wake us up, and we're complaining. Why is Krishna so mean? He's shaking me. What is he? Because that's called incomplete knowledge. We don't realize he's shaking us through his material nature in order to wake us up. We take it something else. That Krishna is being cruel to me, or Krishna doesn't like me, or whatever. So Krishna simply doesn't like to see us suffer, but we're attached to our suffering, being asleep in the material existence. So Krishna is trying to shake us to wake us up. Therefore, janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. One should understand the distress of accepting birth, death, old age, and disease. Because without understanding these concepts, without recognizing that these are actually our problems, then there's no impetus to make advancement in spiritual life. So, Nalakuvara and Manigriva, they're naturally enlightened now, because they spent some hundreds of our years and thousands of our years as trees in Vrindavan, and they were fortunate enough to see Krishna's pastimes. And therefore they were quite elevated in consciousness. And their conclusion is that Krishna is doing everything. But what about Narada? Is Narada just a helpless robot? We have the Narada robot moving on to Krishna's direction. He didn't want to go to the heavenly planets, but Krishna told him, go, robot. And Narada said, yes, sir. And Narada was there and said, and then Krishna said, curse them. Narada said, I don't really want to curse anyone. Krishna said, do it. I told you to do it. No, Narada, Krishna, and Narada, and all of Krishna's devotees, they're all perfectly in harmony with Krishna. That's one of the aspects of Sharanagati, that when one makes spiritual advancement, not only accept everything favorable and reject everything unfavorable, and be convinced by practical experience that Krishna will maintain us, that Krishna will protect us. And then at one stage, one has no interest outside of Krishna's interest. So Krishna is all good, he's all loving, he's all affectionate, And whatever he arranges is for the good of the soul, ultimately to wake him up. Of course, if the soul doesn't want to be awakened, he has a choice to play around in the material nature, but the material nature is made in such a way as to encourage surrender to Krishna. As we surrender to Krishna, then life becomes better. And as we don't surrender to Krishna, life becomes full of more suffering. So that way, Krishna doesn't have to worry about each living entity, try to figure out a plan for him. No, the material nature automatically makes the plan. All Krishna has to do is come and explain what the plan already is there, how the material nature works. Sattvam rajas tamayiti guna prakriti sambhava ivandanti mahavaho dehe dehinam avyam. That the material nature consists of the three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance. And when the living entity comes in contact with these modes, he becomes conditioned by them. And each mode has its specific quality and its specific manifestation. There are activities in the mode of ignorance, there are knowledge in the mode of ignorance, there is faith in the mode of ignorance, there's so many things in the mode of ignorance. There are also diseases caused by the mode of ignorance. There's songs in the mode of ignorance, similarly there's songs in the mode of passion, songs in the mode of goodness, and there's pure transcendental songs. Everything is divided according to the energies. So if one acts in the mode of ignorance, Krishna says, Ordvam gachiti sattvasta, madhe tishtati rajasa, jaganya gunavrittista, do gachiti tamasa. So if we act in the mode of goodness, we go upward to the heavenly planets. If we act in the mode of passion, we come down here to the earthly planets. If we act in the mode of ignorance, we go down to the lower planets. And what is that? Karmana sukritasyahu satvikam nirmalam palam rajasastu palam dukam agana tamasa palam satvam sanjayate jnanam rajaso lovevacha pramado moha tamaso bhavato jnanam evacha. Somehow or another, Krishna had to reverse the two in these two different verses. But at Sattvam Rajas, Sattvam Sanjayate Jnanam. If we act in the mode of goodness, then we actually get real knowledge. Knowledge of the self, knowledge of the super self, knowledge of how material nature is working, if we act in goodness. And if we act in passion, then we become greedy. And if we act in ignorance, then we become foolish, mad,